Hi, this is Mike Wright Golf, and today we're using a little power chalk. This was a student who came to me, only played golf 3 times, played on an executive golf course, was really struggling, never had any golf instruction at all, and really didn't know what he was doing, just kind of watched it on TV. The one on the left is before we did any corrections, and the one on the right is after I'd worked with him for about 45 minutes. You can see this one on the left here, he got set up. Number one, if you look at his grip, I mean, his hands weren't working as one unit. His right hand was way under, so it was really strong. His left hand was really weak, and he had his upper body definitely dominated his lower body. He's got a real narrow stance, which again, he was trying to overpower everything. He's got a 7-iron in his hand. His ball position was way forward. He just, like I said, did just from just watching golf on TV is basically what he kind of learned, and a couple people tried to help him out. Now, if you move over to the one on the right, the first thing we did is to get him to feel a little bit more of his upper trunk and lower trunk were a little bit more in sync with his hands. As we widened his base out, as you can see, he's a really strong, big young college student. Again, he had a 7-iron in his hand, so we basically moved the ball position more in the center of his chest and tried to get him to feel like his nose was on top of the golf ball. And you'll also notice too, as we changed his grip around where his hands were more together working as a unit. Now, all I did with this student today was get him in an athletic position so he could make a move with the golf swing. I didn't do anything with his golf swing at all. Again, this was our first lesson. I didn't want to overload him with too much. And you're going to see in both these swings, he's definitely got a lot of bending in his arms. He's an all-arm swing, but just looking at the picture on the right versus the one on the left after a half hour. Now this one on the left here, this one on the left here, I mean, you can actually see he folds everything on over. Had a lot of chop, and he didn't like his irons at all. He says, all I do is I hit him along the ground. I couldn't get the ball up in the air. I mean, you can see how he's flipping at it really bad. He's putting a lot of strain on his lower back. Well, this one on the right, you kind of see the same move, but he got more ball. He was able to get more balls up in the air because his hands got a little bit more width in his golf swing. He made a little bit better shoulder turn at the top, even though again you can kind of see he's across the lines. He got a big swing, but he was able to make a little bit better circles. Really liked it. It got him to feel like he was throwing the ball out there with his hands. Gave him a little bit better turn, had a lot better footwork. And this was after about 45 minutes working with him. I mean, at least he looked like a golfer compared to where he was on the left. Now again, the next couple of weeks we'll start where his swing will start forming up a little bit more where he gets his upper trunk and lower trunk more in sync with his body.